This oak is literally he's reenacting his entire frustration on stage. You can see this is real for him. Okay, so stand-up comedy. I put a poll out on my community tab where I said, would you guys be interested in watching stand-up comedy, reactions to stand-up comedy? Over 60% said yes. So that for me, that's a win. That's okay, cool, we'll do that, right? I'm surprised 10% said, yo, I don't laugh, and 10% said not Dave Chappelle, which happens to be my favorite comedian ever. Absolutely love Dave Chappelle. I think he's an incredible storyteller. I don't think at all that he is a bigot. I don't think that he's trying to attack anybody. I actually think that he's just doing comedy, and people need to just sort of learn to laugh at yourselves a little bit, right? I find it quite ironic that a community can sit there and say, we're untouchable, but we're happy to listen. We're happy to laugh at everybody else, right? It's okay if you tell the black jokes. It's okay if you tell the white jokes, the Mexican jokes. It's okay, all of that. We'll sit there and we'll laugh with you. We'll laugh with you, right? But the moment it comes to our community, don't go there, because then we can't laugh. We can't laugh with you if it comes to us. Essentially, I think that's just ridiculous. Comedians aren't bigots. Comedians punch all sides. They punch left, they punch right, they punch up, they punch down. That's what they do. If you go to a comedy special and you do not expect to be made fun of, right, then you kind of don't get you kind of don't get the whole point of comedy. I don't think a lot of people understood the sarcasm in that special. I don't think a lot of people understood the point of what he was trying to make. I just think nobody actually listened to the man. Nobody actually listened to the man, and they decided to just attack them. Nobody is safe from comedians, and that's the way it is. And you really need to assess yourself. If you are happy to laugh at other people, if you are happy to laugh at the expense of other people, you're happy with that. That comedy is good for you. But then if anybody laughs at your expense, that's that's just, that can't happen. Then then we've got a really serious problem in society with fragile people. So that's my take either way. Bill Burr's best joke ever. I've said what I had to say about Dave Chappelle, because some people are saying, no, don't do Dave Chappelle. I'll still do Dave Chappelle. I really, really like him. And maybe we'll break down his latest special. Bill Burr's best joke ever. Let's get straight into this. This has popped up quite a lot. So never heard it. Let's go.
Off this shit. So I've been trying to learn how to fix shit around the house. That's what's filling up all this time of just being sober. That's brutal, dude. You have no idea how long a year is until you're stone sober. Oh, it's fucking brutal. So I'm learning how to fix shit, right? My girlfriend doesn't like it because she says I have a temper. She's like, it's just not that you're trying to fix things. It's that you get frustrated, you punch the wall, the dog starts shaking. I just don't think it's a good idea.
Yeah, you got anger management. I also get frustrated as well when I fix shit around the house. And as I get older, I feel like I get frustrated more and more often, right? I don't punch walls though.
Oh, you're a comedian. You should tell jokes. He's a plumber. He should plumb, right? Trying to explain to her that losing your shit is part of the process of fixing something.
100%.
Right? Everybody does that. You buy, right? Yeah. You buy something at IKEA, you get halfway through putting it together, you're like, dude, where the fuck is the fucking... Oh, there it is. There it is.
That is 100% how it happened. 100% how it happened. Where the fuck did I put this now? Where? Oh, no, it's there. It's there. Okay. Then literally 2 minutes later, it's like, where the fuck did I put the fucking screwdriver, man? Where? And it's like sitting in your pocket. That's the way it works.
Well, honey, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. Why? You want to put it together? Well, then you put it together. You put together this fucking particle board piece of fucking shit. Its instructions make no sense. I will buy another one. I will buy another one. I'll buy fucking 5 and smash 4 if I want to. Don't tell me what to do. Oh, go to your mother's. I don't give a shit. Jesus Christ. Yeah, what story are you going to tell? This one, right? Not the part about how I pay all the fucking bills, right? How was that uncalled for? How was that uncalled for? I wasn't even talking
This
to you.
oak is literally he's reenacting his entire frustration on stage. You can see this is real for him.
I was talking to the fucking thing. I was talking to the fucking thing. I know what I said. I know what I said, okay? You don't need to tell me. I know what I said, yes. I am working on it. I am working on it, all right?
Yeah.
Look, you think I want to be this guy? You think I want to be the guy who flips out about the fucking tables? I don't, okay? This isn't who I am.
Yeah, that's the wind down, the introspection wind down, where you realize you were being an arsehole and you're like, yeah. Okay, stop pointing out the obvious. Yes. I know. I've got to get my anger in check. Yes. Stop pointing out the obvious. How many times are you going to say that? How many times? Or like I don't know what my problem is. Like I don't know that I'm angry. Hey, how many times are you going to point that? Yes, okay, you're missing water now. Can we move on? Like that's how it goes.
This is who I became, all right? I'm working through this shit. You didn't have to speak. Well, you do shit too, okay? You do shit too.
The pointing fingers.
Well, I thought you were going to your mother's.
It's true.
That's brutal. I hate having a temper, man. It's fucking embarrassing. You know? I don't know. I'm sick of women trying to... Every girl I ever date's always trying to fix me. It gets annoying after a while, you know? Like you're not out of your mind with all your fucking shoes. Right? What is that all about? I'm sick of this hypothetical perfect guy. Go get him. Go down to Applebee's. Let me know what you find. Okay? I've had it. I'm working. I'm trying. You go down and you get this Mr. Even-keeled all the time with his little fucking sport coat, right? You live with that guy for a while, you know? Hey, honey, I'm home. How are you? Well, traffic was crazy. Almost lost it, but thank God I had that book on tape, right? Gulliver's Travels, always a classic. Always a classic. That's the guy you want, straight across the board.
Yeah, sometimes women tend to think that there is this perfect man out there that is just perfect in all aspects of life, whether it be finance, whether it be temper, whether it be a well-rounded father, whether it be affection in public and that kind of thing. That does not exist. Every single person has got their flaws, right? And the whole point of being a relationship is actually accepting each other's flaws and being like, okay, those flaws are going to irritate you someday. Those flaws are you're going to brush it off next day, right? Depends what mood you're in. And it depends, if you know you've got a good relationship, is when those little things agitate you, it's like, okay, you can jump over it, you can get over it. That's a real relationship. But if those things get to you and you literally can't get past that relationship ain't for you. Move on. That's just the way it is, right? You need to deal with people's imperfections. No one's perfect.
Sick, always a classic. That's the guy you want, straight across the board. Even in the bedroom, right? Always making love to you, missionary style. I love you. Your hair is like an ocean. Never know when you like to be flipped over and have your face mushed into the pillows. You fucking psycho, right?
It's patronizing. It feels patronizing, a guy like that.
She's right. She's always right. I gotta work on it. I hate having a temper. You know, I don't know if it's hereditary. I don't know if it's part of the country I'm from. I've always snapped. You know? My dad was like that. My dad's the greatest dude I ever met in my life. And he had a temper. Anytime anything broke in the house,
my dad had a
5 minutes into fixing it, he was bitching about his marriage. It was hilarious.
True.
He'd see something broke. Oh, Christ, will you look at that? God damn it, Billy, give me that fucking screwdriver. I swear to God, I don't know what the fuck I ever got married for. 13 goddamn years of this shit. Oh, you're a bitch, lady. You've been a bitch for years. Give me the pliers. Yeah, most guys would have left by now.
If anybody knows with my father, the most stressful thing in the world was holding a flashlight for my father when he was trying to fix his car. Right? Or holding a flashlight when he's trying to fix something. If you're a kid, like a 10-year-old kid, the most stressful thing in the world was holding that flashlight. Because you sort of get distracted and the flashlight sort of veers off a little bit and whatever else. You know what I mean? And then afterwards he's like, what did I say? Why don't you point the flashlight where I told you to point it? Point the bloody... And they used to lose my father used to lose his fucking mind, right? For a damn flashlight, you know what I mean? That was the most stressful thing in the world. I don't know for any of you who know if your dad did the same thing. Holding a flashlight for your father was one of the most stressful things.
That was one of his catchphrases. Most guys would have left by now, and you don't know how fucking good you got it, lady.
Oh my God.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I thought he was nuts. Then I got older, started dating. I realized, this guy's making a lot of good points. He's not expressing them in the healthiest of ways.
Correct.
I gotta be honest with you, I'm kind of like jealous of the way my dad gets to talk to my mom sometimes. Where are all those old school women you can just take your day out on? When did they stop making those angels? Who just knew it had nothing to do with them. They just sit there and let you blow out the lines, right? What a luxury.
In fairness, I've got one of those angels. My wife's actually very, very good with that kind of thing, where I'm frustrated and I just need to get it all out, right? But also she's in the psychology field, so she'll just sit there and she'll listen, right? And sometimes you just need to have somebody listen. That's it. That's why it's important to actually, when you have an argument with your wife, it's important to literally ask her, okay, do you want me to just listen to this, or do you need me specifically when you're talking to like your wife or talking to a woman? It's like, there's two very specific things that they want. Do you want me to suggest something? Do you want me to fix it? Or do you want me to just listen? Right? Because those two, the middle ground between those two can get very, very dicey, right? So it's like, do you want me to just listen? But if you ask that question, saying, okay, listen, do you want me to just listen, or do you need me to suggest something here? Right? And they'll attack you for that hassle because they think you're being patronized. Let's go.
Right? To fail all day, you come home and download all your insecurities on this other person.
It's true.
How was your day? How the fuck was your day? I'm out here making decisions. Keep these kids away from me. Give me a goddamn drink. Oh, with the tears.
But it's never that bad for me, though.
Then the bra-burning generation came in, right? Now you gotta sit there and listen to their stories all the time. Oh, it's the worst. You know what's the worst is when they're telling you a story and you want to listen, but just what they're talking about, you can't even retain it.
It's true.
So I was supposed to go out to lunch with Jennifer. I'm all ready to do that. I show up, she's there with Susan. She knows I hate Susan. I look like shit. Susan's been going to the gym. I mean, at that point, your head is like a newborn baby. You're trying to hold it up.
That's super true, though. Like, men keep it short and concise, right? And women don't like that. Like, they come home, it's like, oh, so what you do? I told you what I did when I left the house. I went to go play golf. Oh, okay, yeah, but how was it? Yeah, played well, right? So what else is new? What else is news? I played golf with my friends, right? They actually want this entire story. It's almost like what they want is that, yeah. So I went to play golf, and you'd never believe what happened on hole 3. On hole 3, right, there was a plane that was coming so close to the tee box, almost smashed our heads off, right? But I ducked, right? So luckily I ducked. And then it literally flew past us, right? Hit the next guy. I literally ran down the field. This guy's head was all over the shot. I called the ambulance. The ambulance arrives. I picked this guy up, put him in the ambulance. The ambulance takes him. Then the next thing that actually happens, there's an earthquake. It's like they think that it's just go, right? But that's how they tell stories. There's so much. They elaborate all of it. And you really genuinely want to listen. You try to listen. But like 2 minutes in, your head starts wandering. And then she's like, you didn't even hear what I said. No, I did. Okay, what did I say? And then you like literally like got to archive everything that they said so that you can try and think. So you can say, oh shit, where did I leave off over here? Is this close enough to where? Yeah, we've been there.
You can't. Even if you're trying to pay attention, you can't. Then you just start staring at their mouth after a while. Like, I can't believe it keeps coming out. This is fucking unbelievable. It's like, it starts fading off. You start thinking about your own life, right? Why did I take Nebraska given 28? What the fuck is wrong with me? It's an away game. All of a sudden our voice goes, it goes up, right? You're like, ah, fuck, that was a question.
I've just said
All right,
this.
now what do? You can't say yes,
this.
you can't say no, you gotta come with something neutral. What the fuck are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Exactly.
It is what it is. You put one foot in front of the other.
What can you do? Is usually mine. What can you do?
Halftime adjustments. Got nothing. No. I don't want to make my dad out like a psycho, man. My dad's the best dude I know, man. But, I understand him, though. He's like the exact opposite of me. You know, I planned out my life a little more, right? That's why I never got married. Never thought about getting married. It just looked horrific. It looked really difficult.
It's not that bad.
It looked like a
Come
lot
on.
of them failed. Then if you had a kid, you have that whole weird situation, right? You got this thing that half looks like you, half looks like somebody you used to love and now want to slap the shit out of, right?
Oh my God.
Kids
Wow,
come
that's
to the walk, you're like,
daunting.
son, just look to the right a little. Let me just kind of cheat. But Dad, I want to look at you. It's brutal. My dad was the exact opposite. Fell in love, got married, just started having kids. Had 5 kids by the time he was 33. Pre-Oprah, pre-Dr. Phil,
Holy shit.
pre-chicken soup for the holy fuck. I got 5 kids. I don't even know who I am yet. The pressure of that, feeding all those kids, man, I'm telling you. Every 3-4 days, he would just snap out of nowhere, you know? Can you pass the salt? Ah, you fucking bitch!
And it's fucking understandable, the pressures of life. I never used to understand that. I never used to understand why my father and mother were like so fucking heavy all the time. They were a little too heavy, but so heavy all the time. But you don't realize when you got the pressures of life. You only realize when you get your own kid and you've got to feed your own child. Then you realize, holy shit, right? Sometimes you just need people to leave you the fuck alone when things aren't working out.
Shut the fuck up, I got married for this bullshit! Boom, he'd slam the door, have the car in 3rd gear by the time we got it to the end of the driveway. Bop, 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 bop. My mother would always do the exact same shit.
That's
just
too much.
lock the door behind him, turn around, look at the kids, and just be like, man, he's just crazy. He's just a crazy person. What is wrong with him?
I never went that far.
8 hours later, he'd show up, no apology, she'd have dinner ready.
Yeah, I'd never do that. I think that's very unhealthy to have in a family, to have somebody with so much aggression like that. Yeah, I get angry, right? And sometimes I'll have these little snapping moments, but I usually like to retreat into my own little silent space, right? And it's like, okay, just leave me alone for an hour so I can just cool off. That kind of thing. I prefer to de-escalate situations than to escalate situations. I lived in a household of consistent escalation, and it was just consistent fighting, day in, day out, down to like police coming to the house. It's just not healthy. It's not good for the kids. It's not good for anybody. Like, I'd never ever suggest any household get to that extent. So no, I don't do that.
8 hours later, he'd show up, no apology, she'd have dinner ready. She messed it up, he'd give her a rough time. Christ, you cooked the shit out of it! I don't know. I think I'll be a good dad, though. You know?
After all of that.
I do. After shit.
Oh, God. Bill Burr's best joke ever. Is that his best joke ever? I'm pretty sure he's got other ones that are funnier. I guess this was all funny, all very true as well, right? Not down to the aggression side of thing, not true for me, but for a lot of people it might be. But is this the best one? Send me other links. Let me see other stuff as well. Right? This was funny, but is it the best joke ever? I'm not so sure. Anyway, I love you all, man. Please stay safe, please stay healthy. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!